We are back, and it has been forever.
What's up, fellas?
How
Whoa.
you guys?
Hey,
How you guys been?
I feel like we just went through a time warp.
It's been a minute.
Busy.
Wow. Oh man, it's good to have everyone back. I mean, we haven't had you in a minute, Walter, and I mean, we haven't even
I know, man.
recorded in
Things
like
have been getting
a
crazy.
crazy minute. Yeah, it's been.
seriously.
This whole month has been weird. I think Walter froze.
They shut down the airport for like a week, and
No way.
Yeah.
I was, I was afraid that they were going to shut it down for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, this shit was pretty wild.
This paycheck was not good. No, boy, no.
Serious.
But how you guys been?
Well, I'm glad everybody survived. Eric, how was your? Pretty good, man. I'm gonna be.
Walter, you keep freezing.
I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's happening. It doesn't like me. Let me change rooms.
All right.
Maybe get to a better Wi-Fi signal. We'll see. Hold on.
Like your voice breaks in and out.
That is weird.
It's better now. It seems to be working a lot better.
Okay.
Because I gotta get the perfect
Light.
angle.
Well, yeah, because otherwise you can't see my face. It's just like darkness.
Oh, man.
I just kind of want to address the elephant in the room. How was it over there, guys? And the whole storm.
It was an experience for sure. But luckily I'm a Mexican and I didn't really freak out that much, just because I've been in these certain situations before where living in Mexico where there's no central heating or air conditioning. So I've frozen my nalgas before. But luckily it was I was just lucky to have a gas stove in the house, so that we were heating up pots of water to have a nice little steam room going in the kitchen. So that was
Nice.
good. Yeah. Just filling up the tub and buckets with water and just making sure we're good. Because it was wild. It was really wild.
Yeah, I mean, for me, thankfully, I was very fortunate. I had because I think I went to my cousin's like the Friday before everything, like the snow, but it was still like I think it had just rain and it was ice on the roads. So I was there at his place from Friday till Sunday, and then I came back to my place Sunday, and I still have water and light. And then Monday we ended up going to another cousin's house because they actually cut off my water in my place because I guess some pipes were bursting at like other apartments. And so we went to my cousin's place and he had water, he had light. So it was like for me it wasn't like all that bad of an experience. And my brother and his wife, they ended up going to my uncle and aunt's house, and they were like the same circumstances. They had water and light. So for like me, I guess I can't really say that it was a bad experience because it wasn't. But I mean, also for like growing up in Illinois, like the snow was nothing. Like I would trust myself driving in it. I just didn't trust other people driving in it because they're not used to it. So that was kind of scary. And Texas was completely unprepared for it.
Oh
all.
my
So,
God.
yeah.
Completely unprepared. I think that's like That's like the last word I would say. I don't even know. It was just completely fucked is what I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
I don't even know what I would be doing.
Like I don't know. It just makes it just makes me think about like the powers that be and like who the fuck is like really in power? Like why are they doing like the people in power are not really thinking about the other
Nat-
people, the rest of
Natural
us, you know?
disasters.
That's
Yeah.
how I felt.
I can
Yeah.
see that. People were freaking out, like the grocery stores were empty. I'm like, bro, chill. Like it's not that bad. It's not that serious. But I was like, well, I mean, they've never experienced something like this, so I guess I could see from their perspective.
So somebody right now is in their house with a shitload of food.
Yeah, it was wild. Like I sent you a video, I think, right, of like
Yeah.
the grocery store. Yeah, it was hard to
Dude,
find
that
anything.
place is completely empty. And I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Like, it's like think of the
It was like the
toilet
toilet paper
crisis.
thing all
Yeah.
over again.
yeah,
But with everything.
yeah. Basically, yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's the reason why
And there's
we
still
weren't
people out
recording.
here that don't have running water.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and
Yeah, there's still a lot of people out here that don't have running water.
I actually heard too. It's kind of sad to hear, but people were really unaware. Some people were actually going into their garages and like turning on their cars to stay warm, and they suffocated from the smog and I was like come on.
The carbon monoxide. Yeah,
That should be
like
common
committed
knowledge.
suicide with wanting to
without wanting to. But yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like how does that happen? Like people, like how do you? I don't know. It's sad, and I'm just like how? Like, did you not notice the smoke? Like, I don't know.
I think the story that I heard that was really sad to me, a family who was living in a mobile home and an 11-year boy froze to death in his bedroom, basically. Because if it was 9 degrees outside, it was probably like 2 or 3 degrees up, a little bit more inside. So, and you're living inside of a metal tube. So,
damn, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that one was the one that hit me the most. Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
It was like him, and I don't know if it was just him or his whole family, but yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's wild. So that was that. That was for, I think that lasted for me, I guess kind of 2 weeks, a week or 2 weeks, yeah. Because I think I just came back to my apartment on Tuesday this past week. There was this Tuesday that I just finished. So yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Wild stuff that you had to go through, man.
Yeah. Overall, for me this month though, I've learned a lot, but it's kind of been a very toxic month because I've just been drinking a lot and I kind of went to my old ways again, just because like we were locked up for a while, so I was just like, well, I was playing video games nonstop. I was doing other things. I was drinking, and I didn't like it. I was trying to be present and like in the moment kind of thing, but I'm with my cousins and like so it was my two cousins, his girlfriend, and then like a friend, like one of their friends, and then me. So 5 people total in like one place. And so, like we're just socially drinking, and socially drinking turned to, absurd drinking and watching TV nonstop, drinking, playing video games, smoking.
Well, as long as you had a good time, right?
I did enjoy myself. I was like, man, I haven't had this in a while. And then,
sometimes it's okay to go back, but yeah, you have to have that power to be like, you know what? No more.
Yeah, no, this month.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that.
Entering March now, since today's the last day of February. Yeah, March is whole new me again. I'm almost done with the Power of Now. I got one more chapter. Yeah, and just go back to how I need everything to be, because I think like throughout, like even like though I was locked in and doing all that, I kind of came up with like a plan of everything that I need to now do and like how to go about it. So in the sense it was good, and in the sense it was bad, and yeah.
There's always a yin and yang for everything, my friend.
Oof, damn, that was beautiful. That's true.
And you shouldn't really feel discouraged when you do feel like you're not following the path that you're supposed to be on, because it is something that we're working on, and we've had so much past trauma in our lives, and we've have these habits that we've been doing for like 20, 30 years, and we're breaking that cycle finally. And I always told myself, and my friend, he would always tell me, he's like, don't get discouraged if you fall back to sleep, because it's going to happen, and you're going to need that time to rest. But as long as you know that you're not discouraged, that's the main part, is that you're still following the path, but at the same time you're taking a break from it, and not so much like a big break, but it's
like
just like,
permanent
I
break,
need. Yeah.
I agree.
That's true. I slapped myself a lot. Well, not like like not physically, like idiot. No, I just like I do that a lot. I'm just like, God, bro, like, come on, like, how are you gonna do this if you're like going back to sleep? Like, dude, you woke up at 12 o'clock today, kind of thing. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I forget that, like, I think we talked about that our last video, where like you could have like in a whole month you could have like 7 bad days out of 31 days, but even then you still have like 24 good days, right? And I need to remember that. Like,
yeah, you sometimes like Walter was saying, like sometimes you got to give yourself a break. Like you don't want to overdo yourself and like hate the way you're doing. Sometimes you need a little break here and there. Like for me, for instance, yesterday I had a few cold ones.
yeah.
Of like 232 ounces of what was it? Space Dust. So it's an IPA.
Oof.
But like,
That's
so
a good
like,
one.
like I like to drink. That was one of my vices, like really bad when I was much younger. You knew me, Bremy, when I was drinking. Like I would come into work fucking drunk,
And
hungover.
you'd be angry sometimes.
That wasn't the drinks. That was my personal life with my ex.
Sometimes that too, yeah. But I mean, I think you would come home, you would come in hungover, and you would be mad that you were hungover, or like, cause you're like, oh, like why the fuck did I do that last night? Now I'm like pissed because this and this, and like the whole domino effect.
That was me, because that right there was because of the fact that the way you were just talking about now, I would beat myself, that I was like, man, dude, I'm trying to be something better, but I keep going back to my old ways.
Yeah. One thing that I'm very proud of, even like I kept writing in my journal this whole month. Like, even if it was like one sentence, like, because there's one sentence where I just write, I'm at Izzy's house, and like that's it. I was like every day I wrote something. So, and yeah, I'm proud of that.
I'm honestly, I've been pretty set on my journaling as well too. Like, I have a whole routine in the morning when I wake up and write in them. I have like 3 different ones. But yeah, honestly, like I really love journaling. It's changing.
Yeah. I've been like.
I haven't practiced.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say that I haven't really practiced the journaling part of that. To me, I don't know, for some reason, writing things down, I don't know, it just feels like when I want to write something down, like the thought just escapes me. Like I have a good thought, and then I was like, oh, I gotta write it down, and then I'm like, wait, shit, what the fuck was I gonna write? So I don't know if you guys run into that problem, but I don't know. It's hard for me to write, to journal. For me, I just take more of the meditation way, where I think about especially talking about like our daily routines, like when I wake up, like stretching and thinking about like the day, and playing the tape in my head, that the day is going to be the great day. and just preparing myself. I think, well, not even preparing myself, just getting my physical body ready for the day. Because the mental part, like I can work with that, but like the physical aspects, it's like some of it's I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old.
I was actually thinking, sounds like you're just getting old.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Like I cut down my workouts too. My workouts, I've been working out. I used to work out like 5 times a week, and now I've cut it down to like maybe 3,
Still getting
2
something.
maybe.
Oof. You gotta keep it at 3. At least 3.
Yeah, 3 is a good one, and I try and do it like after work because I know I'm gonna need that energy to be throwing bags.
Yeah.
And not getting my ego entangled with other people's at work, and trying to have a good relationship with my coworkers, and having boundaries with them, and having them having boundaries with me as well. It's, so that they know where my limits are, and I know what their limits are, and I can talk to them in a I can finesse them. Well, not really finesse them, but like just like how to treat that person because that's how you want to be treated.
Yeah. It's good. My
What do you guys do in the morning?
my
Like,
monthly
what's your routine?
This month, like I said, it's been kind of a bad month for me. But usually what I like to do every morning, I try to aim to wake up at least 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. I'm aiming to wake up again at 4 a.m. But what I do, I'll wake up 4 a.m. and then I'll do my morning affirmations, like,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of involves like me looking at my mirror, myself in the mirror, and like, oh, like you're this, and you're gonna achieve this today, kind of thing. And then I go to my vision board. I stare at that for at least a minute or two, and then I'll make my bed, and then by then it's already like 4:15, and then I'll just sit down at 4:15 and I'll just think. I'll let my mind run wild as like whatever absurd thought comes to mind, I'll let it just like play into it. And then like once I like get really caught into that moment, like that thought, I'll like try to become present. And then again, I'll let my mind run wild. And then after that, I'll meditate. And then after I meditate, I journal. So I think Eric and I talked about that. That I let my mind run wild so that when I'm at least meditating, like I'm present the whole entire time. I try to at least be present the whole entire time.
Is that what you try and focus on? Is just being present? Yeah, during your meditations? Or is that what you try and practice mostly?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
But you, Eric?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that lately I've been in my meditations, I discovered this one thing where like I've really come to terms with that I am not this, that this is not me, and yeah, I am not the body and I am not the mind. So like that's like one of my daily mantras that I tell myself during meditations, because I mean I'm not this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not this.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think that helps me expand my myself and test my limits further, as far as like I don't know, like patience, definitely patience. Like it's been leaps and bounds with my patience. Not gonna say all the time, but like most of the time I'm pretty level-headed. But yeah, that's usually what's been helping me. What about you, Eric? What do you usually do when you're meditating or your morning routines?
Honestly, I haven't meditated in a while. I kind of feel bad now because y'all talking about it. But
I'm like,
my morning,
right?
Oh, well, I'm so sorry, guys.
So
No, but
end meeting now. No, I'm just playing.
it's
Oh,
been a
sad.
quick minute since I meditated, but I kind of somewhat do it in a way. So I have I waking up at 5 in the morning, but I actually get out of bed at 6. But I stayed an hour in bed listening to motivational speeches. At least like 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how I feel or how my expansion is going. And after that, I get up, I do my bed. That's the number one thing I have to do. I do my bed because if I leave it like that, I feel like it's just ruins the whole day for me. So just finishing that and achieving that makes me want to do more things. So I end up getting up, then I journal. If I dream, I don't really dream a lot. I've talked about it here before. Uh, so I'm trying to figure out how to dream more. So I'm like doing some research. You're saying like things that you eat could help you with your melatonin in your brain. And so I'm still working on that. But I do a dream journal. Every once in a while I do dream. Um, then and then I do my uh future journal, which is pretty much just kind of talking about like I'll give you an example. It it's just like you write about your what you want to be doing in that day. So each morning I focus on one thing. Let's say like eating healthy is one of the things I've been working on. So I write about it. And so it starts off with like my daily affirmation. And then you put I am healthy by watching out what I put in my temple. I am mindful. And then the second question is like the person I am becoming will experience more than the other ones. I have an opportunity to be my future self today. Then the other ones,
Wow.
when I
like
think about who I'm becoming, I feel how become I feel, and then you write it down. Like, and then the other ones, today I will focus on shifting my pattern of, and then that would be like, when I get the temptation of wanting to eat, I focus on that and then deny it. Then the second question is I am grateful for, and then you write down what you're grateful for, and then I added this to myself as like a note to self, and that's pretty much what I do for like at least like 45 minutes. Within so like I start getting my day at like at 7, and then I just focus on like music things like theories and how to play chords. I've been getting a little better about that now. So I'm focusing on that. And then so throughout the day, I go into work feeling pretty well and wanting to do stuff because throughout the whole morning, I'm making myself do things.
hell
So
yeah.
I kind of like that. And that's
Oh,
pretty much my morning routine. And then the third journal is the last journal in the night. And I just write about my day, like how it went, how I felt, how I did with my first, information. Was it good? Was it bad? Like just the whole spill.
wow. That's cool. I like
I
that.
like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that you have like different journals for different things. Like you have a day, like your morning journal, your like daily journal, and then your nighttime journal. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can go back and look at it like, did I actually go through with what I was going with what I said today? You know?
Yeah, and it's pretty much like you just kind of check yourself in a way. It's like, you know what? I had that donut today. I failed.
Hmm.
Like tomorrow, I'm gonna write it again. I'm gonna get it. Well, I'm gonna get it. And yeah, I've actually been honestly eating pretty healthy. Luckily, I work in the kitchen, so healthy is really easy to grab.
I
Sort of,
miss working in the kitchens. I
because you
always
have as much as bad shit that you can get, so it's there if you want to get it. So it's just your willpower needs to be really strong. And usually in the mornings, I like to make myself a parfait with fruits, yogurt, and some oatmeal on top, and just eat that, and then try to,
I've been
and then
fasting in the mornings. I don't know about y'all.
yeah,
That's been my thing is that like like I don't eat until like noon, maybe pretty much like because I like to do like I'll work out in fast mode and I'll go to work fasting or I feel like it gives me a better mental clarity because I'm not thinking about like, oh, what am I gonna eat? Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to prepare that. It's just like one less thing that I'd have to worry about, because I know I have to put nutrients in my body, but at the same time, I'm like, my body's still waking up. There's more things that my blood can do than just digest. I need it to go up here.
Yeah, I know a few people that do fast. It's pretty. I've never really got the concept down, but it really works out, and it helps them a lot.
I feel like it balances me. Like the first thing I do, of course, is just like when I wake up, I stretch and do all my stuff. I drink water, because I mean I've been asleep for like 8.5 hours, and I need to put something in it.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, like and then saying what you were saying about eating healthy, like I haven't been doing the my eating clean and my shakes and all that stuff. It's been a rough one, especially because my dad likes to smoke a lot of meats and stuff. So he sent me and my brother a package of like brisket and ribs and chicken wings and pulled pork, and I'm just like,
thank you.
I guess that's clean. It's protein.
Fuck it.
Yeah, and then, but yeah. So this week, today, I told myself, I was like, you know what? I even told my lady, I was like, you know what? I haven't been eating right. I feel like I haven't been eating like as well as I should be. And she makes fun of me when I make my shakes, because she's like, okay, what did you put in this one? Because I'll just grab anything I can find in the kitchen as far as like fruits and vegetables, and like put like either whatever juice or almond milk in it and just make it taste good. And she's like, I'm not doing that. I can't taste that. Because I don't know. She just, I don't know. I just find whatever, and it's nutrients, it's alive, and I put it in my body. That's what I thought of too. Is like, I was watching Venom the other day, and there's that scene where he's in the restaurant and he's like, this is dead. This is dead. I need something alive, and that's what I've been thinking too, is like, well, if I'm alive, I need to eat something alive as well. So I've been pumping in all the fruits and veggies today in all my shakes.
Pretty cool. I speaking of, so I'll eat breakfast after my journaling, and I won't eat until like until noon. But in noon, I'll eat an orange, an apple, and a banana, and a yogurt. That's my lunch, and then dinner I'll make like rice, chicken, or like a potato or something.
That's kind of how I do mine too.
I miss working in the kitchen though, because I love the desserts.
I'm not gonna diss him.
Tiramisu.
Oh God, don't even remind me of that. That was so good. The pecan pies.
The
cheesecakes.
Yeah, I remember, working in the hotel, man, and I would be at the hotel bar, and then my coworkers would be at the restaurant, and they'd just be bringing me stuff all the time, man. I'm just like, no, stop it.
You're like, no.
Oh.
No. Yeah. It's been a crazy month.
Yeah, I've been telling my family out here that I'm gonna go AWOL again. I'm gonna like go ghost for the month of March. I think I did it a little bit in January. I got pretty good like in it, but it came to a point where I couldn't take it anymore, so I went back to them. I was like, yo, hey guys, how you been?
Hey.
And that was my goal for this month too, but everything happened, and so March. Oh, so I start work tomorrow.
Oh, hell yeah, congrats.
Yeah. So first day. So now that I'm at work, I'm going with Ghost, so I won't be alone anymore.
Cool. Did you end up getting the job then?
Yeah.
Nice.
Start.
Well, I was gonna say you're never alone when you're with Jesus.
That's true.
That's true, man.
That's true. You forget that though, you know. You just like you get lost in your head sometimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
Gets
mean,
lost
you
in the
got to be your
sauce.
own best friend too.
Yeah,
you got lost
honestly-
in the sauce.
Honestly, there is a meme that I saw that talked about that. It's like most people always think of loneliness really bad because they're not in good company, and that's with themselves. You
Oof.
have to love yourself to be okay to be alone.
Yeah. No, and I think I've been
Yeah.
getting better at that too. Like I said, this month hasn't been the greatest as far as like following like the meditation or like waking up early because I've just been sleeping late, drinking a lot. But I've learned a lot, and like I've forgiven myself for like past situations. You know, I'm letting go of certain things, certain people. Learning that I can't control people. You know, I can only tell them certain things. Like for example, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he was telling me about a mutual friend and how our mutual friend, our friend gave him a job, and then he got fired from the job because he was scared of climbing, because he was scared of heights, or he was claustrophobic, and the job requires like certain things like that. And I like realized, I was like, you know what, like you can't help them. Like you can't help people who don't want to be helped. And
It's until finally they need help.
yeah,
You know, like is when they're gonna ask for help, but like they're never gonna be able to accept those seedlings that you're giving them until
Yeah.
they're ready.
yeah. So like I've
Yeah,
accepted stuff
and
like
that's
that.
mostly their ego.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's just people's egos being like, "Oh, you can't tell me what to do. I know what's good for me." Do you though? Do
And
you?
honestly,
Because I see you struggling, fam.
and he does though. Eric knows this guy, and this guy, he knows what he needs to do. He lacks the drive.
Honestly, I would say that I
I
was
think-
somewhat the same way as he was. You know, like I was in that same feeling like I had "fuck you, don't tell me what to do" kind of situation. But that ego really destroys any 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 information you're trying to get. Like you got to learn how to turn that off. It isn't easy, but it's possible. You have to put the effort in wanting to change.
It's sad because this guy. I hate to. He's been like this for like since I've known him. Are we still on?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah.
Okay, I connected my phone and it just switched my screen. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he's anyways. So that's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think people just need that little boost. I don't know, but they like you said, they have to want it too. Like you have to want to change. You know, people just can't be like, "Oh, you got to change. You got to change." You have to really look inward and like ask yourself those questions of like, "Am I doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing? Am I hurting these people? How can I empower myself and these people at the same time, you know, without getting egos involved or without like, you know, blowing up my ego, you know, to where like I need 2 doors to get to the to a building."
Yeah, that's why I hopped off social media. I told you guys I was hopping off social media for a bit to kind of find myself again, be present, and yeah.
Yeah, I lost myself for a while in social media. I was just like the first thing I would do, wake up, check my Instagram. Why would I do that? I don't know. It was just like the habit thing, you know.
Yeah.
Being in the toxic habits, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it was toxic. It's just like, you know,
reactive.
just like what do they call it? Yeah, and you're just like scrolling and like there's all this
Mindlessly.
negativity or like yeah, just scrolling mindlessly like oh cool anime. Oh cool more anime.
Yeah. Yeah,
Remember when Instagram used to be all about like actual photo scenes and like picturesque landscapes? Now it's all about like people like blowing themselves up.
yeah. What was that?
Oh, I can't.
What was that? I lost my train of thought. Nope, not coming
Ooh,
back.
kitty.
Say hi, Juno. He's like, nope, I'm out.
Like, later, guys.
He's like,
The
y'all
camera
too
shut.
woke for me.
He's like,
He's
whoa,
all,
you're
y'all too
filming?
woke.
Yeah, man. But
So,
what are your guys's? I guess what have you learned this month? That was one of the questions that I had in mind to ask you guys. Like, what have you learned this month?
jeez, that's a deep
Don't piss
question.
off baby mama. What did I learn this week?
I'll go first because I just now I think I know it. So one thing is I learned this month. I kind of already knew it, but now I'm kind of, instead of having it a negative thing on it, I have a positive on it. Is that I like to I'm saying now that I'm a stubborn motherfucker. I'm stubborn in my own ways, but the thing is now I'm making the things that I want to change about myself and being stubborn about that instead of being
Ooh.
stubborn in my old ways, you know? So I learned that instead of viewing that word stubborn negatively, you could always view it in another way, in another angle, and think of it a positive. Like, okay, I'm gonna be stubborn on waking up early in the morning. I'm gonna, like, as soon as the alarm goes off, fuck it, I'm gonna get up now. Instead of I'm gonna just stay here for another 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I like that. Stubborn
I've
usually.
learned that.
You have a stubborn willpower.
Yes.
I'm like a freaking elephant.
Love it. Walter?
What did I learn this month? I think patience. I'm still that's still the one for me, because like I'm, especially now, because I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm gonna be a dad.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah, we're 11 weeks in, and so yeah, I think patience is something that I've been really trying to hone as like my skill, because girls like guys with skills. So so my patience skills, my patience needs to like skyrocket, especially now, because like some there's going to be times where my partner is not going to be able to really move around because she's the way she's been feeling, or and so I have to pick up the reins and get this wagon moving. Yeah, Canyonero. I don't know if y'all remember that from The Simpsons.
I don't.
No.
I'll still laugh with you though.
It's all right. I laugh at myself. Yeah, so definitely patience is mine. It's always been a bad habit of mine, but now I'm trying to make it a good habit, because like you said, Eric, like trying to turn that negative into a positive, and like just being more patient. And I feel like it's kind of like a double-edged sword for me, because I feel like I'm more patient with people that I don't really know rather than with like my close family, is like with a brother or my parents or something like that. I feel like my patience isn't as keen to them as it is to like strangers, because and then I started thinking about like the saying where it's like you hurt the ones you love. And I'm just like, what? I really don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be the person to like, because you have such a close relationship with that person and you feel like, oh, this person's going to love me no matter what. And you know what? Sometimes that is going to happen. They'll love you no matter what, because people are people, and we're going to do dumb things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I still love y'all. I still love everybody. I love everybody, and I tell the truth. And um, yeah, that's the one thing, is just like practicing my patience, not just with like complete strangers, but with the people that are very close to me, because those are the people that are going to be with me through it all.
Yeah, like that.
What about you, Remy? What was your learning point for this month?
My learning point, my cousin, he kind of taught it to me, in a sense. He he I've never really like opened up to my cousin, one of my cousins, and this month I actually opened up to him, and he's like, and he told me like some of the things that I'd never like ever heard from anyone. He told me that he looks up to me, and that he respects me and all this stuff. But he told me that, like, to look at the bigger picture, but take baby steps. And so that's what I've learned. Baby steps, and I've been saying that a lot this month too. I'm like, baby steps, baby steps. Like, I'll think of like the bigger picture, but I'm like, okay, what's my baby step to get to the next baby step, to the next baby step, to the next baby step. So for me, it's just, yeah, I guess in a sense, patience, but with baby steps. As long as I'm taking an action that's leading me to it. So
yeah, it's like you're taking every little single detail into account before you like make that big jump.
mm-hmm. I'm doing everything I need to do so that I can do everything that I want to do.
Yeah, that's something that I learned. You know what? My younger cousin told me that. He's like 5 or 6 years younger than I am, and we used to party all the time. But he had a really good work ethic. Like, he would always do everything that he needed to do so that he could do what he wanted to do. And that's exactly what he told me. He's like, do what you need to so you can do what you want to.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. So that's what I've learned, because that's something I've been saying too. I told my sister that I was like, it's not about not wanting to do a certain thing. It's about doing, exactly what we said. Doing what you have to do in order to, so that you could do what you want to do. And I don't think it really like recorded or grabbed onto my mind until my cousin told that to me, and I was like, holy shit! Like, I knew that, but I didn't. In a sense.
You forgot that you had that beautiful flower behind the rosemary.
Yeah. So.
Do you feel like if it wasn't your cousin, you would not have learned that lesson? Like, if it was like some random person that you were not very close to, and they say that, well, you do what you got to, so you do what you want to.
Yeah, no, it had to be from my cousin, because he grew up in the ghetto. Like his life was like, it sounds like a movie, like everything he tells me. So he sees life in a different perspective than anyone will like you'll ever meet, and the fact that like he related, I don't know, like everything that he told me, about myself, and like he's like, bro, like, you're out here by yourself, like you don't have anyone, like you're doing everything by yourself, like who else do you know like here is doing that, and I was like no one, like he's like, exactly, like it's you, and like that's badass, and I was like, thanks, man. And like, so like I was kind of like seeing everything from his perspective, like everything that he had to go through in order to get out of like being in, like, because downtown Chicago is like, gangster life, and he joined the military to get out of that lifestyle, and and he's seeing, I'm seeing everything from his perspective, and he's seeing everything from my perspective. So the fact that he's like, baby steps, like you have this, you see this picture, but take these small steps to this. He's like, literally, it's like this bottle of water in front of you, grab it. And he's like, just, it's a baby step, you just extend your arm and you grab that. And then what you got to do, you're going to have to grab the next bottle of water. And I was like, damn, that's true. Yeah. So it had to be, I had to learn it from him. Yeah.
Have I been on it? Honestly,
It almost sounds like baby steps. I was gonna say it sounds like baby steps, like Tarzan baby steps. Like you gotta hold on to that one vine, but you can't let go of that vine until you get that other vine.
Yeah.
You know?
That's actually like
that's what played in my mind.
I was gonna say, honestly, that I've actually recently kind of told myself that, like, don't be frustrated that, and it's because of the whole music thing. Like, I'm trying to learn how to play this thing. Sometimes I get down, sometimes that I'm not learning quickly as I want to, but I've been telling myself it's all about the baby steps. As long as you're actually understanding what you're trying to do, that's what's more important than where you want to be, you know.
See, and maybe now that was like a seed for you to. You had to hear this, you know.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, it is, because like I told myself that like not too long ago, and I'm just like, okay, and I wrote it in my journal too. It was probably like in the mid month of this month, and I'm like, you know what? Take it easy on yourself, Eric. You have to take it easy on yourself. Like, don't beat yourself.
Oh, he froze. Eric.
Well, come back to us. Come back, Eric.
That was weird. Ooh. He's never frozen.
No. Ow, cat. Jesus.
Twilight.
You're good. Murder. You good?
There you are.
You're back. You froze for a minute or a good second.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, but pretty much, yeah, like I'm just telling myself don't beat myself over it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So take baby steps and be happy that you're doing that.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing too. Like you could tell yourself all that too, right? But because I feel like because it's coming from you, you won't really take it as serious at times, you know? So that when you hear it from somebody else, you're like I've known that. Like, what the hell? Like, I knew that. Why didn't I like believe it or something? You know. So that's why I was like, maybe you had to hear this from me too now.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, just like just like, yeah, pretty much like putting the connecting the dots, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that dude, yeah.
You have to integrate it into yourself and apply it. Yeah.
It's like installing new information.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're doing. You're basically like updating your memory yourself.
Yeah.
Upgrade complete.
It's like software 2.0 installed.
Honestly, this is like the most powerful computer ever, even though it does forget a lot of shit, but it forgets a lot. I'll blame that on the weed though. That's the weed.
Oh no, that's not the weed. Don't do that. I partake the ganja myself.
No, it's not the weed, man. It's
too much information overloading.
Yeah, that's what usually happens to me. Is it like, oh wait, what did he tell me yesterday? And then I try and start and piece it together, and then it'll come back to me later, and then finally it'll come back. It's like, oh, okay, that's it.
There is well, right now that we're talking about kind of like the brain as a computer, you know that the average person who like spends like they spend about 8 hours a day on their phone, they're consuming about 42 gigabytes of information, not useless information, into their mind.
That's a lot of information.
That's a lot of information, dude.
I believe it too, dude.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, like people, I think I've mentioned this. People back in the days, it probably took them forever to consume 42 gigabytes of information. Because we have talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it last time.
Yeah.
The last podcast, I think it was like the last, no, whatever last time we had it.
It's one of the past podcasts.
It's in the past now.
What's the matter? It's in the past. But it hurts. Oh yes, the past can't hurt.
The Lion King, man, awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, Aladdin's better. It's funny, dude. Like that's one of those ones that like kind of struck and blew my mind. Like one day when I was going through this, when I was beginning to this this journey in my life of being more spiritual, I was just like, holy crap. That was one of my favorite movies. I was like, no wonder it's like ingrained in my head without even noticing. I used to watch that shit like all the time, like repeat. Like as soon as it's done, fucking put it again. And it blew my mind. I was just like, wow, this is a movie that made me like want to change. Like it's insane.
It's funny how like the shows that we and the movies that we watch growing up, it gives us a set of morals and values that our parents probably didn't even think about before. I think that's pretty much why they always told us, "Oh, be careful what you," or why everybody was like, "Be careful what you watch on TV. TV is so influential on your children." Blah blah. Blah. And I don't know. I don't know. I always found the good in TV and movies, just because like there's always that story of the hero, you know, that he has to go and do something for somebody else, and he doesn't even get the reward, you know, because sometimes they just die in the end. And that's the archetype that I used to want to follow, but man, being the hero is so hard because you have to go out there and like basically like get put through every single ring of fire that you can think of, and then you finally get to the elixir, and it's not even for you, you know, it's you just bring it back to the people and you disseminate it amongst them, you know.
Damn.
Like you still have the knowledge, but you know, but like what good is the knowledge if you can't really share it with somebody? And I think that's where I kind of have to catch myself too, because I feel like when I try and talk to people about this spirituality and stuff like that, like my ego comes out a little bit, you know, where it's just like, oh, you have to try this, oh, you need to do this, oh, and it's like, no, Walter, they don't have to do this, but you can give them the suggestion that they maybe should try if something different from what they're used to, you know, and maybe it'll open up the door or a window, maybe it'll just open up a crack, but hey, that light will come through and hopefully reach them, you know. But then going back, you know, also like I was saying earlier, like don't worry about falling back to sleep, you know, you got to give yourself a break, you know. And that's the one thing that I've been struggling with, is like I have to tell myself that, you know, it's not for everybody, and everyone is on different levels of where they're at, and you know, and but it all comes to, I don't know, there's an understanding, there's a corporal understanding, you know.
Yeah. Like I got a buddy that he's gone through a lot of hardship through the military and stuff. So he was in a pretty destructive path, I could say. And I thank God, but he found Christianity. So he found Jesus himself, and like he tries to throw some stuff at me with like, you know, like biblical and stuff, and I still take it, I read it, and I'll get the message in it, but like religion isn't for me, for my beliefs. I'm glad for him, you know, like he was able to change his path, and in a way it's like still going the same direction we're all going, you know. It's just a different path. His bricks are yellow, mine's are green, but we're all going to the same garden.
As long as you're laying that brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid.
That reminds me of something I read today too, Eric. There's like there's, if you think of, it's like a Chinese proverb where like everyone's lives are intertwined, you know. There's a red string that like ties me to you, that ties me to Remy. Sometimes it's entangled, sometimes it's short, sometimes it's long, but it can never be cut. Like this had to happen, like we met for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
I had when I actually met Eric, it was actually the same energy when I met Walter. I was like, These guys are
Click.
cool. Yeah, these guys are.
So you're telling me you're happy you dipped your pen in
I'm
company's
happy.
ink?
I'm happy.
My
I did
company ink.
I'm happy. I did my pin in your ink, man. I'm happy you dipped your pen in my ink. I'll watch that movie now.
I love that movie, man.
I love how we all just right away knew. He's fucking happy. Yeah. Such a bromantic moment.
Serious. I can't even like this on my own.
All right, fine.
Oh man. Equip me, sir.
Yeah, man.
Dude. Well, I think this month is going to be great. Tomorrow is going to be awesome, you know?
It's a new month.
The first of the month. It's a Monday. It's the first of the month.
February started on a Monday too, right? I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it did, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually excited for February. Yeah, it did start on a Monday.
What?
The February started on Monday, and tomorrow's a new month, and that starts on a Monday. So I was excited.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was excited about this month because I said I was gonna learn a lot, and yeah, I mean I did.
Oh, you did. That's crazy. It did. I don't know. Nothing saying. My mind's blown.
It's because it's not a leap year.
I'm just thinking about work now and how it's going to kick my butt because we got the Women's March Madness coming to San Antonio and
nice.
FSS. Yeah. So, and we got all the charters for them. So, woohoo! I'm not going to see daylight.
Bro, that's awesome.
Or I'll probably see daylight, but I won't see my house for like probably like
for
a day or two.
Hey, but as long as you're getting that wagon, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
steering
that wagon
the right
needs
way
to get moving.
Yeah, you got big future ahead
a blessing in disguise.
Yep. And it's crazy because like we're both like I think it's a boy because I had a dream that like 2 nights ago I had a dream that I was at my parents' house and they're like, oh, here's your son, and then like they passed me my baby and I'm just like, oh cool, it looks like me.
With a beard and everything.
It was basically me with a full head of hair but no beard. Just me as a baby with a full head of hair.
Gonna be a rocker.
Yes.
Exciting, man.
That's awesome. I can't wait. I will wait. I'm just saying. When I get to that moment. When I get to that moment, I can't wait.
I mean, I've
baby steps, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, baby steps. Baby steps to the baby's steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is definitely the right time for me to do this. I've had opportunities in the past, but not like, I don't know. It was always like half-hearted, you know, like, oh, I could do this, but then it was like, oh no, I can't do this not right now. But now I'm just like, I'm fully committed, you know. I'm in it to win it. You got to risk it for the biscuit.
Oh yeah. It's awesome.
Ooh, kitty. Well, cool, guys.
Yeah, I think it kind of sums it up.
Yeah, my dog's over here stretching. He's like, are you done yet? I need to go outside.
Awesome. Well, guys, I mean, if
Look
this sums it up,
passed out.
Oh, look at him.
He's dead. He's dead.
He's like, let's go to sleep, Dad. That's cool. Well, man.
Are your dogs and cats like really cool with each other?
Yeah, they like to play with each other. The cats will always, the dogs like like to play with the cats, but the small dog, she doesn't really pay attention to him. But she gets mad at them when they try to take her food, but that's about it. But
So
Dante, the
anybody
big
would.
guy, he's yeah, they just like to chill, especially like the black cat and the big dog. They just like to chill with each other. I don't know. They're like,
That's cool.
they're like, oh, you're black. Oh, I'm black too.
I got that in common.
Yeah.
We're basically the same.
Yeah. You East Coast, I far East Coast. Do y'all remember that movie? How High?
Yeah.
With Method Man and Redman. That's where that's from. Where he's like, oh yeah, I remember. And when they meet their roommates and stuff, and there's like this little Asian dude, and he's like, "Oh, chill, bro. You from the East Coast? I'm from the far East Coast."
It's been a minute since I watched that movie.
I just
Well,
barely
we're
bought
gonna
that
have
movie,
to-
but I haven't watched it.
We're gonna have to watch it under the influence.
Couple of brownies. Yeah, I haven't had an edible in so long. I think I might have to put that in my list.
Well, you're in the right place for it.
California.
I am. Yeah.
I hear the governor of New York
But they-
is trying to legalize weed too.
It'd be a smart move.
Anywhere
they do
would
it.
be a smart move.
Yeah, he needs to do
Eventually-
something after the whole like old folks home situation. People dying. Fucking Cuomo.
It's like, how do you make people happy? Legalize weed.
Yeah,
It helps.
legalize it and I'll advertise it.
It helps depression. It makes things funner.
Here are your symptoms: happy, hungry, sleepy.
And sometimes you can just jump right into happy, into sleepy, and then wake up hungry.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's no, but it's gonna be a minute for me. I'm gonna try and like this month. I'm gonna try and like not partake because I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where I gotta have to give it up. Well, not give it up, but I have to like wean myself off of it.
Do it.
I
Yeah.
would say it'd be
It'll be
nice,
good.
man.
Yeah, definitely.
So when I
be
really
a
do
journey.
it, it'll be like.
It'll be a good learning
So the next time I
experience.
do it, oh yeah, and then the next time I do get high, it'll be like.
Seriously, like for the first time trying it. What? I forgot all
Yes,
about you.
I'll be like 16 again. You're still here? Yeah. Well, guys, it's been fun. I'm gonna jump off here.
Sounds good, man. You have a
Alright,
good
man.
one. Take care. Love ya.
Love you guys too. Stay safe, stay blessed. And if you're not good, then be good at it.
I like that.
Bye guys. I love you. Be safe.
Bye.
Later.
Love you too, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.